Hi, this is Tracy HD, and I want to thank you for joining me today for our November 2015 tarot reading for the sign of Aries. And as I shuffle the deck, I'm asking all light beings, God, and angels, please relay the message I need to share with my viewers for the highest good of all. Okay, and for the beginning of the month, we'll take a card from the top. For the middle, we'll take a card from the middle. And for the end of the month, we'll take the bottom card. Okay, Aries, what do we have here for the month of November? Okay, we start the month of November with the Four of Cups. You see this woman here with a concerned look on her face sitting beneath this tree. In the background, we have the moon. Looks like some birds are flying into the sky. And we have the Three Cups here. And it looks like the fourth cup is up here. And when I look at this card, the first thing I think of when I see the cups is emotion. And she's very emotional. You can see that very sullen look, sad look on her face. Okay, this card represents somebody who's self-absorbed, someone who's in their mind. They're feeling apathetic, they're feeling bored. I mean, she's not very excited. She's sitting there looking down at the ground. She has her arms folded. Her body language tells us everything on this card. And it looks like in the beginning of the month, this card is signifying being disappointed by somebody or something. Okay, and you feel emotionally stuck from the disappointment. You don't like what's presented to you. Okay, and you can't be bothered to look any further to even look for a solution. You just want to sit there and brood about it in the beginning of the month. What you need to do is you need to listen to your voice of wisdom in your head. Okay, and what you need, okay, to do is that the beginning of the month, because that is the only thing that's going to rectify the situation. Instead of just sitting there and feeling all gloomy and down about it, you really have to listen to your inner voice. So we start the month off with a disappointment over someone or something and a feeling of sadness, sullenness, wanting to brood, not necessarily wanting to search for answers, but the most important thing you can do is to dig deep within yourself and listen to your inner voice at this point. And then in the middle of the month, we have the King of Wands. Okay, and he's a very majestic king sitting on his throne. Okay, and he has the lion here in front of him, and he has a wand across his lap here. And when I look at this card, the first thing I think of in the middle of the month when the King of Wands appears is I'm thinking, well, first of all, he has a very serious look on his face. Okay, he's looking straight ahead. He's not looking up. He's not looking down. He's basically just staring off, but he has a fixed gaze. I notice that there is a fixed gaze on him. And what I gather is, first of all, the very foggy sky. It looks like it's twilight because you could see a moon, a full moon in the background, and it looks like there's birds or maybe even bats. Okay, and that really pulls my attention to that there, where there is a moon. When I think of the wands, the most important thing I get from this picture from Spirit, what I'm feeling is some kind of passion. Okay, he has some kind of confidence in his eyes. Like I said, the staring straight ahead. Okay, this guy is full of passion. Okay, he has a lot of charisma. Okay, and he's a very good motivator too. This may be you or someone in your life in the middle of the month, and believe me, this is exactly what you would need after the beginning of the month started out with a disappointment. Okay, and what you need to do is to basically look inside yourself. Aries people are so passionate and they're all ready to, go into battle if necessary. They're ready to tackle an adventure at a moment's notice. They're go-getters, let me put it that way. Okay, and this person, this king, is the kind of person, he doesn't go along with the crowd. Okay, he sets his own goals and he makes his own way towards those goals. And he's very charming. Okay, and he can get anyone to do anything for him, actually. So maybe we want to take this approach in the middle of the month towards that person or thing that made you feel sad and disappointed. What you need to do is you got to gather that inner strength and that passion inside of you in the middle of the month, Aries, to be able to pull you out of this sullen mood and out of this disappointment. That would be the energy in the middle of the month. So you don't stay down for long. Okay, when something happens to you, Aries, you don't stay down for long. You always have a plan, and you usually succeed. You're a person of action. So the temporary setback in the beginning of the month, okay, was a setback. But by the end of the month, you're like this King of Wands. You're full of passion. You're going to rectify the situation or straighten things out like only you know how. You're not going to follow the crowd. You might not follow anyone's advice that you might have asked advice from, because you do things your own way and you do get what you want. So go within and listen to that inner voice in the beginning of the month and then put it into action, exactly what your inner voice is telling you to do. And then at the end of the month, we have the Hermit here. And when we see the Hermit card, of course, he is a very, very old type of mystical type of person. He's standing on, it looks like an archway of stone. Okay, and we have a full moon in the back, and again, we have those birds. Each of these cards have them. Okay, and it looks like there's maybe like some lightning in the background. And he's standing there, he's looking down. He's thinking about something. He's in deep thought. And when the Hermit card appears, what this is a card of seeking the truth. Okay, the truth you need is your own truth. That's what this card is telling me. And you need to withdraw from the situation, okay, in order to find that inner truth. This is a time of reflection. That's what the Hermit does. He reflects on things. You can tell by the look on his face he's reflecting. Okay, and what he's reflecting on is what his inner knowledge is, what his understandings and experiences have been at this point. Okay, and when you figure out exactly what approach to take, okay, at the end of the month, after you've taken this time to go within and to gather what you've known, you'll be ready to move on from the situation. Okay, so it looks like in the beginning of the month, to wrap it up, you're disappointed by someone or something. You feel disillusioned. You feel very sullen. You're not sure exactly what to do. The most important thing is to listen to your inner voice. In the middle of the month, you feel some passion again, and you want to straighten things out. Okay, and you want to do it your own way. However, you might not have much progress. I think you may want to step back a bit. Don't force the issue. Don't expect too much too soon. And at the end of the month, go within again and continue to think about the situation. Think about what your experiences were in the past. Think about the lessons you've learned, the knowledge you've possessed from all of that. And I think at the end of the month, you're going to finally find an answer, a solution to whatever took place in the beginning of the month. But it's going to be a month where you're going to be down, you're going to feel up, and then you're going to kind of inner reflect. If you've enjoyed this reading, please subscribe to my channel because I'll be back.